Two kind-hearted hillbillies are going camping in the woods in their new vacation home. What they don't expect is a group of paranoid, clueless college kids who have profiled the hillbillies as vicious, inbred psychopaths. Now, a giant misunderstanding escalates into all-out war in the hilarious 2010 horror comedy Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I'm Connor Eyzaguirre.
I'm Caleb Leger.
And this is Filmgasm. Hello, and welcome to the Filmgasm podcast. This is episode 159, and I'm here with Caleb Leger. Here at Filmgasm, we dig into horror and other genre films and just celebrate what we love about all this weird shit. Today's film is one of my favorite horror comedies, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Do you remember the first time you saw this?
Yeah, I rented it off of Netflix through the DVD service because it was before we had adopted to streaming. And really, when Netflix was in its infancy of streaming per se. I remember I got it because I was hearing about it online all the time, and I was back when I had to sit on the one home computer at my house to look at Bloody Disgusting for news updates. And so I was hearing about it a lot, and I was like, oh, I want to see this movie so bad. And I put on my Netflix queue, got in the mail, popped in one night, and I just had a great time the whole way through. I fell in love with it. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I think I showed like my brother, and he was like, you gotta watch this movie. And it's one of those that like I've consistently been was like, oh, you got any horror comedies I should check out? I will always say Tucker and Dale. You gotta check it out. It's such a good fucking movie. I mean, if there's one simple way to put it, the movie just fucks.
Yes, indeed. Tucker and Dale fucks.
For context for that, there's a YouTuber I watch, Finn McKenty. He does this. He does a lot of rock and metal stuff on his YouTube channel, and he was describing the new Rage War album. And in his description of how he likes it, it was "This album fucks," and I just love that saying too much now to not use it.
It's an awesome expression, and it is true. This movie fucks straight up. This is a fantastic movie. One of the funniest movies that I have seen in a long time. I adore this movie. I don't remember the first. I think I know I rented it. I might have been. I don't remember. It had to have been Netflix. It had to have been. But yeah. I watched it and remember thinking like, this is fantastic. There's no subtitles. I watch everything with subtitles. And the DVD they sent me, I guess, did not have subtitles. And then the DVD I bought did not have subtitles. And the Blu-ray I stumbled upon at HEB did have subtitles. So now all was right with the world.
I don't understand your obsession with subtitles. I watch, unless it's a foreign film, I don't watch with subtitles.
Most of the time when I'm watching a movie, I am also probably eating something crunchy, and I want to hear the dialogue I'm going to miss. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Just turn up the movie. Upset your neighbor that didn't like it that one day.
Oh, like I want to deal with that again. I'm sorry you didn't like Kung Pao Enter the Fist at super loud noise, like loud volume at 1 a.m. I'm sorry. Of all movies to irritate somebody with.
That was the movie, Kung Pao.
That was the movie, yeah. I have no shame. I love that movie.
Oh no, it's a great movie. It's funny as fuck.
The guy's just like, hey, can you keep it down? I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Dude, I'm sure my neighbors are so glad I'm going on my fucking soundboard. I would be blasting that shit at night because I want to hear the goddamn movie.
Well, also they're speaking in like, West Virginia accent or some shit, and I can't understand every word. I watch everything with subtitles. YouTube, fucking everything.
I should have watched fucking Monster Hunter today with subtitles because apparently they just don't want you to know what came out of Tony Jaa's mouth throughout the whole goddamn film.
Tony Jaa's in that?
Yeah, and it's the most thankless role I think I've ever seen him in.
Poor guy. Back when I saw Ong Bak, I thought this guy's going to be the next like Bruce Lee. This guy's incredible. And he disappeared until he fucking showed up in Furious 7. I'm like, oh, okay.
I keep hoping maybe he'll get like a John Wick here soon because I mean there's still a 5th movie that they're going to make. So hopefully maybe he gets that because I love watching that dude fucking fight. The whole Muay Thai
Oh,
Style of fighting is so fucking interesting. It's all feet. It's all mostly feet.
yeah, it's all feet and elbows. It's that's insane shit. We got to do that movie on this show at some point. Ong Bak is such a badass movie.
Yeah, it is.
I know he's gonna be in Expendables 4. He got that.
Okay, good. Hopefully that does some good. As long as they do, again, I need the X-Men will be more along lines of 1 and 2, not fucking 3.
If they know what's good for them, they will shoot that PG-13 rating to death and embrace what everyone wants to see.
Yeah, I know Stallone way back when he was first working on the movie was telling people it's going to be rated R. And I think that was one of the roadblocks that took it so long, was he was fighting with the studio about that. But we'll see what came of that.
How many R-rated movies need to make like millions of dollars in success for studios to realize that it's profitable to make an R-rated movie? How long is this going to go on?
But just realize that not every film needs to be made for a family audience. Like, it's okay to make adult stuff for adults to go see, because adults sometimes like to escape reality and watch some R-rated shit.
Yeah, I want to see a bunch of washed up 80s actors with serious roid rage fuck up a small Latin American country. Is that so much to ask?
In 2021, that's you're walking into some dangerous waters there of that one.
It's the first movie.
I know. I enjoy the first two. I'm just saying, based off some fucking controversies that's been going on, what feels like the past week and a half now in Hollywood. Jesus Christ.
I want the bad guy in part 4 to be a super bloated, barely mobile Steven Seagal. It's time. It's time we do like a Jabba the Hutt thing. This is going to work.
Did you just cast Dog the Bounty Hunter? I
feel like he'll just wander onto set and they can't get rid of him. That seems to be what he does.
He starts asking about the guy.
Oh my God. Fucking dog.
The dog.
But anyway, I don't remember how we got here. Tucker and Dale.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I've been watching it for years. I've shown it to so many people, and I'm so glad we get to do it here today. Tucker and Dale versus Evil was co-written and directed by Eli Craig, who also directed Little Evil for Netflix and the Amazon pilot for the disastrous Zombieland series that went nowhere.
Oh, fuck. I never watched that, but I heard how terrible that was.
Yeah, me too. I remember the build-up to that was insane. They're like, oh my God, they're doing a Zombieland show. Like, holy shit, can you believe this? And then there was like a pilot full of unknowns, and nobody cared.
Yeah, it was like, it got the initial announcement was like, oh my God, finally we're getting some kind of follow-up. And then no one involved with the original film, both in front and behind the camera, was coming back. And it was like, oh, okay, why do I care now?
I'm surprised this guy hasn't done more. I mean, Tucker and Dale is such a cult hit now, but Little Evil and the Zombieland pilot is it for him.
Yeah, and I know at one point they were talking about Tucker and Dale versus Evil 2, and that just kind of fizzled out. It's kind of like Trick or Treat 2. It fizzled out and went nowhere.
I'm kind of happy about that. I don't think this needs a sequel. I don't know where else would they go. It's a perfect unit. It doesn't need more.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, don't get me wrong, like both movies, I'd be super excited to hear a sequel happen, especially if like the original creators came back to do it. I'd be very excited, very down for, especially Trick or Treat. You know how much I love that movie. But at the same time, like, it's like I said, like, this one film's so good, and I can just keep going back to this one, that I'm okay with that too. Like, I'm fine with this one movie because this one movie is excellent. I love going back to it anyway.
Yep. Enough said. Let's go through the cast. Alan Tudyk stars as Tucker. He's known for his role as pilot Hoban Washburn in the short-lived sci-fi series Firefly and its sequel film Serenity. He was also in Dodgeball, A Knight's Tale, I, Robot, Raya and the Last Dragon, Wreck-It Ralph, 3:10 to Yuma, and Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, just to name a few. This guy is everywhere. He's a very prolific voice actor. He's played the Joker. He's played Batman. Like he's all over the place. And he's one of my favorite character actors.
Yeah, he also played a really memorable villain in the first season of Doom Patrol, Mr. Nobody.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he had his whole villain was cool because he would break the fourth wall. he would talk to the audience constantly and make comments on the show in the season. Like at one point, it's like they would get into the season. First season's like 15 episodes long, and he gets to the end. It's getting to the end of the season. He's like, "All right, now that we're finally done meandering through things you guys didn't care to see, let's get into my end game and see what you guys think about that." Like things like that. Just constantly talking and commenting on the fact that in his head, this is very much a show.
That's awesome. I love that he stays, he does a lot of horror stuff, a lot of sci-fi, fantasy, a lot of geeky stuff, but he's also peppered throughout dramatic performances. Like, I don't know if you saw 42.
No, I've been meaning to, but I haven't seen it.
It's Chadwick Boseman's biopic of Jackie Robinson. And Alan Tudyk plays the coach of an opposing team who is a virulent racist and screaming horrific shit at Jackie Robinson the entire game during one of the first games. And Jackie, he can't do anything about it. If he reacts, that's the end of black people in baseball. So he just has to sit there and take it. And it's so infuriating. And then at one point, the rest of the what the hell was his team? I don't remember sports.
God damn.
The Dodgers. Okay. It was the Brooklyn Dodgers. Hey, I saved it. They go up and they're like, shut the fuck up. Like, stop it. It's enough to Alan Tudyk. And he's like, what? Like, it's not bothering him. See, it's a really rough scene to get through, but it's been in my mind ever since because he plays it so creepily well. My introduction to this guy was Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball.
Oh yeah. That part is so fucking good. He is so funny. And how much he believes he's a pirate.
So weird and never explained. And I just love it. There's this pirate who hangs out at the gym and is friends with everybody. It's okay, sure.
Yeah. He's so fucking good in that movie. Another thing he's really good in, it's not a TV show. I know you haven't seen it yet either, but he I guess DC loves him because he plays Clayface on the animated Harley Quinn show.
And I've seen that. I've watched about half of the first season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he plays Clayface and he fucking aces in that role. He cracks me up the most in that show. Especially, I think they recently, like in the second season, he came out as gay. So he's actually playing like a gay version of the character. If for those who, I guess, really care about that in 2021.
Is it wrong that I immediately thought gay face? Nothing but love, but that's the first thought that popped into my head.
God, I'm not going to touch that one. I'm not.
I got, like I said, nothing but love. Just weird thoughts.
Yeah, I really like him in that show too. I think it's like you said, the guy's just so fucking reliable, and he must be great to work with because I see him pop up all the time. I love it anytime he pops up. I think he's hilarious. I think he was in Transformers 3 too, I believe.
Well, 3, he's in one of them. I don't know which one. It was 3?
Yeah, it was 3. He played the butler to the fucking John Turturro's character, whatever, like his assistant.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. He
was actually, to me, one of the bright spots in the movie. I thought he was hilarious.
You should take a weekend and watch Firefly. They had such plans for this show. Fox aired a few episodes out of order, and they said, "Fuck it, we don't want this anymore." It's a huge, but they had like 8 seasons planned. But he plays the pilot Wash, who is so goofy and like against, like everyone's so serious most of the time, and then he's this like goofy pilot who's playing with dinosaur toys and shit. It's funny.
I've been meaning to watch that. I know that's like he was like I think what kind of shot him to fame, like got him a lot of stuff. I've been meaning to, but yeah, I mean, what I've seen, I've always just liked this guy. Yeah. Half of Harley Quinn. Only half of the first season of Harley Quinn you watched?
I have so much to do. I get caught up in some, how hectic my shit
I thought maybe you just weren't into it. I was about to say, like, hey, actually, it does get better. Because I know when I watched that first season, I was kind of like, but then it got better as it progressed. And I actually really liked the second season.
I like the show. I keep laughing at how, like, my favorite character is fucking Kite Man.
Oh my God.
Thinks he's such a badass. and somehow hooked up with poison ivy and somehow didn't die from it. Yeah, I'm enjoying the show. I've got a lot on my plate, so I'll go back when I have some time.
Okay, and then, yeah, I mean that one. If you do have time, I at least the first season of Doom Patrol. If you want to check out his villain, Mr. Nobody.
I have been thinking a lot about Doom Patrol. As you know, I love Brendan Fraser. DC's properties are typically hit or miss for me when it comes to TV, so I'll give it a shot because of Brendan Fraser and Alan Tudyk.
I recommend it. Because of those two, obviously, but also like I know because you're coming at that from like that CWDC stuff. This is not CW. This is meant for adults. Like I think season 2 had a whole orgy scene. They say fuck all the time. Like this is an adult DC show. And another thing I like about it is that it's kind of like what I like about Legends of Tomorrow, right? Like it fully how that show kind of embraces its weirdness so much, which is why I like it so much. Doom Patrol does the same thing. It fully embraces its zaniness. Like there was one whole episode where like sex ghosts invade the mansion they're in, and they have to get the sex busters to come in to take care of it, and they have to stop the main demon ghost from having an orgasm, or the whole ward ends, or something like that. And the show just embraces that so much. That I get it's just a joy to watch. Like I really like this last season. They just did an episode where Crowley, the guy who played Crowley, is in the show.
Oh,
yeah, he has a recurring role where he gets to say fucking stuff this time now. But what was it? Wear butts.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the show just goes places and doesn't hold back. It fully fucking embraces it, and I love it. It just got renewed on the DC fandom. They announced that and Titans both got renewed for season 4. So,
yeah, Titans is another one I've been considering. I've heard good things about Titans.
It gets better. I will say the first season a little rough, but it gets better. I've been really enjoying season 3. The guy that got put in Scarecrow, I'm liking a lot. I think he's doing a really cool take on it. They've been doing the Red Hood storyline this season, which I've liked.
Cool.
I like it. Like I said, it was also in that it was made at the same creative, a lot of the same creative ideals of like Doom Patrol, and that it's not meant to be CW. It is meant for adults. Again, they cuss, there's violence, the whole like, fuck Batman line that came out. So I do recommend that part of DC TV. I really enjoy the shit out of what they do with that.
Okay. We'll throw it on the pile. The ever-growing pile. Tyler Levine plays Dale. He was in Escape Room, Super Troopers 2, Monsters University, and Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And he's fantastic. Dale is so fucking innocent. Just so, so nice. But looks like a monster from afar.
Yeah, him and Tudyk are like the perfect pairing together in this movie because they play so well off each other. And it's because like you got Tudyk who's kind of cynical. Like he's deep down a nice guy, but he's a little bit more like rougher on the edges, cynical type. And yeah, Tyler Levine is much more of a nice guy. Like he generally cares about people. He's a good guy and wants to help out. He just if you don't know, it comes off kind of creepy.
Yeah, one of my favorite moments is when he wants to, chat it up with Allison, and Tucker's trying to, pep him up. Like, all right, all you got to do is be yourself, smile, laugh at her jokes, and he walks over with a fucking scythe. And just so was like, you going camping? Just a creepy laugh, and they're all just like, ah.
And the Chad character, who thanks to meme culture and the fact that we made Chad a type of person now, it's fucking, to me, actually kind of made his character funnier than when I first saw this movie. Him coming in doing that weird karate move, like, say my Hillbilly.
He's like, whoa, oh no, oh, all right. Oh my God. Yeah. God, what a douche. In fact, let's talk about him right now. Jesse Moss plays Chad, the ultimate college frat douche. Like just all the worst personality types that are out there exist in this guy. Literally all of them. He is the worst human being.
Dude, I'm telling you, right? Like, I remember when I first saw this movie, he got on my nerves. I was like, this guy's fucking. I know that they purposely wrote him like that, and I get that, but goddamn, you got on my nerves. But weirdly enough, like I said, because of like this came out in 2011, I believe. So it's been 2010. So it's been 11 years since this film came out. And because of it, as you've probably seen on the internet, we've made Chad no longer is a name, it's transcended, to quote our recent Halloween Kills here. It's transcended into a meme, into a standard of a person. You're a Chad, you're a douchebag. And because of it, it's made this character kind of funny now. Like, because he is in, like, they embrace every fucking stereotype of the Chad characteristics with this guy.
Dude, from the like, you don't have to pretend anymore. Like, you can drop the act like you think you're better than everyone. Like, that's him trying to seduce a girl. What a fuck. And the whole, like, do you realize what's going on here? We'll never have an opportunity like this. It's us versus them. Like, what the fuck, man? Just, ugh. And just a little, like, I can't have chamomile. It fucks with my asthma. Even that.
Yeah, I love the therapy scene when she's like, Chad, do you want to go first? And he goes on that long story about the hillbillies. Everyone's like, okay. Like, no one knows what the fuck to say to his story.
Well, where do I fucking begin? It's just, Dale's just like, I didn't do that. Like, that wasn't me. It's like, it was your kind. My kind. So ridiculous. We'll get into it. It's hard to not just jump right in.
I'm actually, I know we usually do, but I'm really trying to wait till we get through everything because it's so many great moments.
Yeah, we're gonna just kind of go beginning to end with this thing. It's great. Katrina Bowden plays Allison, the only college kid with a brain. I love they just used the vague college kids. Like, we don't know what, like, they're fucking idiots.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll kind of talk about her. I love how, like, watching it now and having a little bit more of that, seeing more horror film stuff like that, more familiar with tropes. I love how this movie flips everything. Like, Tucker and Dale should be the fucking terrorizing hillbilly, scariest fuck guys, but they're the nice guys. And they do keep the standard type of cliche tropes on those college kids, but it's flipped to where they look like the fucking idiots.
The idiots and, like, the crazy people. Like, just, but it is so smart because this movie's all about profiling and misunderstandings and how communication really does work. And, like, just, we got your friend and things like that. Like, out of context, that's terrifying.
Why are you leaving?
Why are they running away? It's perfect. It's such a smart movie.
And even taking, like, Katrina Bowden, right? Like, she's a beautiful woman. I'm starting to realize I kind of have a type of blondes here. So some of the crushes I mentioned to you earlier, she's very much typically your beautiful version of Final Girl, right? Maybe even could be the ditzy type in any other horror film. But it's revealed she's the nicest one. She's super smart. She's resourceful. Like, again, they completely flip her kind of character in which she would be in a typical horror film for this movie. That she's a lot more. And she comes to see that, like, no, these two guys are nice. They're country bumpkins, but they're nice.
Yeah, I'd rather hang out with them than these fucks. She was in American Reunion, Piranha 3 Double D, and 99 episodes of 30 Rock as the character of, I think it's Sari or Sari.
I haven't watched 30 Rock. I know she has a movie. I just saw it announced today. Shudder picked up her newest movie, Great White, that's coming to the service next month. That I do watch.
Is it a shark movie?
Yeah, not a shark movie. Nice. But I want to check it out, and I saw that Shudder picked it up for streaming for next month.
I'm still holding out one day for a really good Barracuda movie.
Is there something more to this that I need to find?
You yell Barracuda. Everybody goes, huh? What? You yell shark. We got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
Damn it.
That's why. Because I want them to yell Barracuda and somebody to go, huh? What? Like, I want that to happen. It's a long game I'm playing.
Keep hoping.
So Tucker and Dale versus Evil has an IMDb score of 7.5, Rotten Tomato score of 85%. Very good. It premiered at Sundance in January of 2010 and then South by Southwest in March, but it got a super limited theatrical release for some reason. Only grossed about 5.7 mil on a $5 million budget. So it only made about 700 grand.
Yeah, I don't understand when studios take movies like this and like Trick or Treat and it's, really troubled release. And they're clearly doing great at the festival. So it's clearly like real good, positive word of mouth happening, good traction. And instead of giving them that wide release, they can become these big hits and stuff. They go limited theatrical screening. I mean, luckily, the world we live in now and how movies are now and how we can consume them, luckily, word of mouth wins at the end of the day and they become these cult classics that we embrace. So, I mean, luckily, regardless of how it came out, again, but both those movies, they have found their audience. They are very beloved films on the genre. And I, like we were both saying, I know plenty of people like both of us, I will do whatever they can to show people this movie and be like, oh, you got to check this out. You're going to really like this one.
With some movies, I almost feel it's my obligation to pass it on. Like I liked it, so I'm going to give this to somebody else, hoping they like it too. It's almost like it's my duty as a fan.
Yeah. I've done that plenty of times. I did that. I know. I think Josh mentioned it, or I mentioned it, but I remember I did that with The Raid. When I first got on that, I was one that showed Josh. I was like, dude, you have got to check this movie out.
Yeah, you told me to see that too. That movie fucking rocked.
Yeah, I made it my mission to make sure everyone who was like, I need to watch Ross film. Got you.
Hell yeah. So as we said, Tucker and Dale has since been hailed as a modern cult classic, and I'm very happy it has. It's a great movie. It's not streaming anywhere for free right now, but you can rent it on Vudu and Prime for about $3 to $4. So with that, let's get into this thing. Let's just talk Tucker and Dale. What are some moments you love? Because there's a shit ton I love.
I was like, oh God, where do I even start? Fuck. All right. I guess kind of going towards the beginning, we mentioned the scythe already, which that's hilarious. The whole scene with the cop pulling them over still gives me just a huge laugh. And I love that you don't actually see him down there at first. You just hear the dialogue as the cop's watching. He's like, "Oh, it's stuck. Well, unstuck it. Get out of there." And as soon as the cop comes, he just, oh. There's like his shirt's unbuttoned.
His shirt's gone. Like his shirt got stuck down there. He comes up topless.
Tucker doesn't fucking help in any way when he's like, he's having lady issues, so I'm taking him to the cabin for some guy time. Like, that's not helping your case, buddy.
I pulled you over because you got a broken tail light. Move on. Just, I love that Tucker's like, you see that? Right there, he's jealous. He doesn't have his own vacation home.
I love how Tucker, his whole life in this movie is just, we have a vacation home. We did it, buddy. We sunk all of what we have into this house.
I love all the red flags they just completely ignore. All the bone art, the wall of newspaper articles of murder, and they're like, they point out the hot dog coupon. We're already making money. Oh, great stuff. But I love that just from the get-go, we start with the college kids. Actually, we start with the newsreel footage of you don't know it yet, but like Zombie Chad or whatever the fuck's going on there.
Psycho Chad, that I'm sure if they did a sequel, they'd explain more, but I'll take what I can.
But from there, we go to the college kids who are driving up camping, and they cut off Tucker and Dale. And then Tucker and Dale drive past them, and they look like just creepy, like they're staring at him. And you're just like, whoa, what was that? I love how they set that up. And then at the store, we shift to their perspective, and they're just like, we're going camping. Like, they're just happy about it. Like,
yeah. They're probably just mad they got cut off. I mean, I've definitely stared at people when I get cut off. I do it all the time.
I'm going to say it again because I fucking love it. Just, you going camping? It's a weird fucking laugh. It's so funny.
Well, and I like how even when you get to the gas station, they first enter, they still maintain that level of creepiness with them because it's just those two guys just staring at them, not really saying much. It's not until like I think Dell finally comes in to talk to Tucker that you finally get that switcheroo, and you're like, oh no, these are nice guys. They're just going out to go fix up that fucking vacation home.
I love Dale's like defeatedness. Like, girls don't like me. They hate my face. They hate my face. I love that. Oh, so they get to the cabin, and the cabin's all fucked up. There's that rickety
the beam. Yeah.
the beam. Yeah, that comes
coming
down
into play. I love how much that thing comes into play throughout the movie.
There's board games in there for some reason. Oh boy. So they they're getting ready to go fishing. And meanwhile, college kids are camping. Even like among friends, like I love that one guy starts to tell a story of like, it happened to a friend of mine, really. And then Chad just walks right up and goes, "You want to hear a real story?" Like completely cuts that guy off.
Yeah.
And just starts telling his story.
The douchebagginess of it. Yeah.
Even the blue polo, like it's everything about that guy.
He's such a fucking Chad. I know that's his name, but he's such a fucking Chad.
Oh, do you think that our generation is going to kill the names Chad and Karen forever?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Good riddance.
There would now just be memes and stereotypes of people you don't want to be.
I read somewhere there's this Canadian hospital where there hasn't been a baby named Karen since like 2015. Every little bit helps.
Yes. I did like during this, like after the story, right, when they go skinny dipping, I did like when Tucker are fishing and Tucker sees him and he's like trying to go over there, get a better view. And Dell's like, no. And he's like, I swear to God, if you don't fucking stop. On the whole beer thing, man, you really got to stand up for yourself. Oh, okay. And he grabs it. What are you doing?
You said stand up for myself. Yeah, but I also said don't think about it. That's the last thing I said. And then Allison starts taking off her clothes. Tucker's like trying to get a look at her, and then she sees them, falls off the rock.
I must say, I did like that line when they see her, and I was like, "Oh, we shouldn't be looking." It's like, what is wrong with you? What is seriously wrong with you? Tucker just wants to see some hot college girls naked.
She doesn't come back up, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And they go save her, and the other college kids just see them putting Allison's unconscious body in the boat and screaming, "We got your friend!" And they're all just like, "Ah, they got Allison."
Why are they running away?
Oh, the way this movie's so perfectly written. It's so smart. Love it. So after that, we go back to Tucker and Dale's cabin where Allison has some gauze on her head and is like, "Where am I?" And Dale walks in with breakfast tray and she starts freaking out.
Which Dale thinks it's because she doesn't want the food.
You don't like pancakes? It's okay. I'll make something else.
So oblivious. Just he wants to impress her so bad. It's almost sweet. It's like really sweet.
I do like that they end up together, but no. That would never happen.
Look, Dale's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
And he might be packing. No,
he straight up says in the movie he ain't packing.
Oh,
remember? Yeah, he's glad he's not hung like a bear.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. So he's not packing. I was like, someone like her, I'm like, I don't know. I've seen on Facebook, my Facebook coming from Texas, like guys that look like him, but like some of the women that are like very much in shape, still looking good. And I'm like, how?
Well, I'm not saying like physically, I'm saying like they are from such different worlds that it's just it wouldn't click. And also, somebody's going to prison for all this shit. Like, a lot of people are dead. A lot of college kids with connections, with parents who want justice. He's going to prison.
Yeah, there's a lot of death happening here.
Oh yeah, we'll get to the death.
We're actually about to get to the death. We're about to get to our first death.
Right, in what might be my favorite part of the movie, when Tucker fucking saws into a bee's nest and just starts running through the woods, waving the fucking chainsaw around.
And the kid, he has a chainsaw. Run! And they just scatter.
You can see Tucker just running through the fucking woods. And then the kid just runs right into his stick and impales himself like 3 feet.
What I love about that scene is you then see the bee come into view and you see him see the bee and think, you see a little, it's like in his thought, you can kind of see it like, oh shit, he wasn't chasing after me with a chainsaw. There was bees.
Yep.
I like the aftermath when Tucker comes inside so pissed off. Just, what happened to your face? I got a goddamn bee.
I saw it into a bee's nest. I love Dale's like, why?
I wasn't aiming for it.
And then he fucking pours beer on his face.
Like, man, if you want, you're supposed to be out there helping me, but you're playing board games. And then, do you want me to pull the stingers out? Would that help? And yes, it would. Please.
I'd like that very much. And then they walk outside. He starts talking about how he's like beating the crap out of her at the board game, and they're like, "Oh my god, they're torturing her." Like, why don't you like? I love Tucker with the big swollen head is like college cats screaming into the woods. It's looking even scarier.
I like when they have to leave the note. They're like, all right, well, just leave a note. He's like, oh, I'm going to have to etch it into this tree here.
We got your friend.
Can we just hurry this up? My face is hotter than hell right now.
Oh, God, this is funny. Oh. So when they get back, I think that's about when they start digging the shitter hole.
Yes, and what might be my favorite scene with the wood chipper.
Oh my God. I laugh harder every time. Well, like, first that one kid just like runs at Tucker or at Dale with a fucking spear, trips and falls and like impales himself on Dale. I love Dale's just like, oh my God. So freaked out.
And then the kid starts running at Tucker and fucking trips and flies over into the wood chipper. I think what kills it for me, what makes me laugh so hard, is not when he's trying to get him out, but it looks like he's putting him in there. It's after it stops and he just looks at him and goes, "Are you okay?"
Yep, that for me, that makes it. Yep, that's the best.
This kid,
he's holding legs. Are you okay?
He's so shocked at what just happened that he asked that question. If the kid went head first into a fucking wood chipper.
And I love when Tucker and Dale regroup after that, and they're both covered in blood. They're just like, some kid just knocked himself into the wood chipper.
Like, these college kids are crazy. It's some kind of suicide cult.
Oh my God. And at that point, Allison got knocked out with a shovel. So she's out again. Oh, did Dale suggest calling the cops? And Tucker's like, we can't do that. What are we going to say? Even officer, we've had a doozy of a day. There we were, minding our own business, when all of a sudden these college kids started killing themselves all over our property. And then that's what they do say to the fucking cop later.
Yeah, I think the cop comes. I think the kids call the cops.
Yeah.
And the cop comes. Tucker's like, I'll take care of this. I know how to talk to people.
I love that the cop shows up as they're dragging fucking legs across the yard.
They just drop them when they see him. How are you, an officer?
I do love that Tucker's like, it doesn't matter what happened. What matters is what looks like what happened. And what looks like what happened is pretty nasty. He's so fucking, they're so fucked up from this. Oh, God.
When the cop goes inside and is convinced, like, okay, you guys didn't do this. I don't know what's going on, but you guys didn't do this. And that beam that they've said about 3 or 4 times already, hey, don't touch that. He does it, and you just see the fucking beam hit him in the face.
And then he dies from a nail in the head. I love that. And then I love when the one college kid grabs his gun and tries to kill them. And Dale's like, you got to put the safety off. And then he fucking blows his own brains out.
Like when they go back inside of that, and then Tucker, you got to put the safety off.
Oh, damn. This movie is nonstop funny. And also some great gore effects, great kills, like legit horror film. I mean,
yeah, like the gore one, man. Like I remember when I saw it first time, I was like really impressed that they didn't hold back. But like I don't know, like I would say like because this film has such a great combo of the horror and the comedy that like even if you're not into gore, I would say check this movie out because it's so funny that the gore works in a comedic way. Like it's not gross. I was never like, ugh. I was always like, it was really fucking funny. Like, so that wood chipper scene, you're seeing that dude go in there, you're seeing the blood fly, and yet you're laughing your ass off. And like I said, just because that stinger of a line, are you okay?
It's like Tucker just holding the fucking legs. What is he trying to do? Something.
He's trying to get him out of there.
Oh, are you okay? Never gets old. Oh boy. So at that point, Chad gets a hold of their dog, Jangers.
I love how when this happened, Dale has such a meltdown over his dog. Don't you hurt my dog! Don't you hurt my dog!
I love like his what he yells at them like, if you kill my dog, I swear to God, I'll get really mad.
And he sounds like he's about to cry. He's so upset.
Oh boy. One of my favorite lines is when they're dragging the legs in the yard. Tucker just goes, he's heavy for half a guy. It's just so out of nowhere.
Tucker has like Tudyk just really nails. Like I said, like Tyler Levine really nails like the very happy, just good natured person, and Tudyk matches him with just that cynical wit throughout, and it's just so perfect.
It's so great. I wish these guys would do more together. I want them to be the new Abbott and Costello. I want them to do a ton of movies playing different characters, doing just funny shit.
Oh, I'd be down.
Just like Tucker and Dale doing all sorts of stuff. Not even, they don't even have to all be horror. Maybe they go to space. I don't know.
They should find a way to do Tucker and Dale with different subgenres of horror.
Dude, this would work great as a show.
Oh my God. We got Ash versus Evil Dead. Come on.
Just like Tucker and Dale. And every like season they're dealing with some crazy, horrific shit, but like a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, maybe they go to Texas and they run into like a Leatherface type guy who's really just like some inbred dude who's trying to mind his own business, start his own barbecue. But some crazy people keep thinking he's making people. There you go.
You could even actually probably pull off a found footage part of it just to make it seem like they're the crazy ones.
I would watch the shit out of that. Oh, I think this movie has enough of an audience now that could work.
Yeah, well, I remember when they announced the sequel was the actors. It was Tudyk and Levine were like, oh yeah, it's looking like we're finally getting, we will be getting taken over as Evil 2 finally. And I remember going, oh my god, yes. And it was when it was like years later when like the fan base had been built on this movie. And it was like, oh my god, yes. But I mean, like I said, man, if this is all we get, goddamn, it's such a good movie. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, me too. But I can
But
dream.
yeah, but like I said, I like it. It. You know, I get it, and I know those arguments like, oh, I don't want sequels. We need more original stuff in Hollywood, and I get it. But like, I always feel pretty at the same time, like if I like something enough that I want a sequel, that's a compliment. You know,
Yes.
like, the fact that when I walk, like, okay, like John Wick, when I walked out of John Wick, I remember thinking, God, I would love another movie. I didn't mean it like that was enough. I meant like I want more. Like I like this so much, I would gladly see another one.
Yeah. I enjoyed this meal. I want seconds.
Exactly. I enjoyed this movie so much. I would fucking be first in line to go see another Tucker No with these two guys. Like I would fucking love it.
Yeah, me too. Um, I love when they're talking to the cop and Tucker's trying to, bullshit his way through this, covered in blood, holding the guy's legs. Just and then Dale starts talking and he talks about like how he accidentally hit Allison with a shovel and Tucker just starts laughing like, I don't even what. He's like, you hit her with a shovel. He's like, yeah, she's in my bedroom. He just shut up.
Yeah, the look he's giving, no, like, stop talking.
Oh, so after they get the dog, Tucker and Dale try to fight off the college kids with like a nail gun, and Dale almost shoots Tucker with it.
Which leads to my next great. Oh wait, well that was great when he actually almost shoots Tucker with it.
It's just like he's so horrified he almost died.
I did like the throwaway line when he gets into it at shooting the college kids and Tucker. Damn, Dale, calm down over there.
Like bunch of freaks. He thinks they're crazy. I love it. Take that college kid, you bunch of freaks. Oh, and then they captured Tucker and they cut off his fingers. I love Dale's. They got his bowling fingers. Oh boy.
I love Tucker. Was it, I think when Dale goes to go look for him, when Tucker tells him like worst vacation ever or something like that?
Yeah, that's good. I like when they get Tucker free and then they have the the sit down and first off Tucker goes and pours a beer on his hand. That's his go-to. He also tries to bargain with him like, I got 7 to 8 beers in a cooler, they're yours.
You can take them all.
Oh boy. Yeah, they have the sit down. They have that Tucker and Chad have that brief insult fight where he's like, fuck off, hillbilly. And Tucker goes, eat shit, body perm. Oh,
I must say, I love, yeah, like I think it's earlier when Allie was just like, all right, who wants to start? Chad's like, I will. He's like, okay, where do you want to start? And Chad delivers the big long story about the hillbillies and what happened to his parents. And it kills me when it cuts back to everyone's reaction of just like, okay. No one expected him to go there.
I love the little line when Tucker's like, Allie suggests sitting down and having tea, and Tucker's like, sounds great. I'll provide the finger sandwiches. So pissed. And rightfully so.
Yeah. I liked after Chad mentioned he can't do chamomile because it fucks with his asthma. Dell, again, being the good guy, I'll take caramel. It's fine. I love caramel. Like, he's just real quick to please Allie.
I love when the other guys try to come in and save them, and Chad fucking lights one of them on fire.
Oh God. I like when that happens, and then like the other chick finally gives up, starts smoking, and they do like, and then Tucker, I knew I shouldn't put those cans right there, and it's like the big ass pile of gas.
Well, first, like one of the other girls tosses a jar of moonshine on the fire.
No, don't do that. Oh, and then the weed whacker. Dear God.
God, these kids. Oh. Oh boy. So after they try to drive away, the cabin explodes and Chad comes out as a fucking monster.
I like, no, you know what? We can talk. We can still do this. And when he does the yell, all right, everyone get in the truck. Get in the truck.
I love how Tucker tells him, like, don't crash. It's the only thing I have left. And Dale immediately goes right into a tree.
Yeah. Tucker's having probably a shittier day than Dale, I think, hands down.
Oh boy. And when Dale wakes up, Allison's gone. Tucker's over by the tree. I thought Tucker was going to die.
I know. I kept getting scared. I was like, oh, don't kill Tucker. I like Tucker. But with this scene, other than me getting scared to die, this was a very sweet moment that I really enjoyed watching when he finally tells Dale, stop downing yourself like that.
Yeah. You're better and smarter than you think you are. What does he say? Like kick that frat douche's ass for me. And Dale's like, I'm gonna shove my boot down his fucking throat. Straight up. Oh boy. Oh, it's great. And yeah, I love the ending is straight up, it's a straight up horror movie. It's the hero, in this case, Dale, taking on the monster, Chad, to save the girl.
And what a fight it is.
Yeah. Bring it, frat bitch. Oh.
And narrowly saves Allie from getting sawed in half horrifically.
That bit when he like tosses the axe and hits the rope perfectly. Like, come on.
I like how they cut back to him and you see his face of like, even he's surprised, like, oh shit. Like that wasn't his plan. It just happened.
Then they find out that Chad is half hillbilly.
That was so great. And then they have to tell him.
He's like, no, like it completely, it's his last shred of sanity is gone. Oh boy. I love the Dale's like, they can probably fix this, with skin grafts and whatnot. And then he falls off the barn and he's like, oh shit.
And then I love how they look down and see him and go, oh, and they just close the door. All right, we're just going to not take care of that.
Tucker's in the hospital. I love that they give him a beer and he's like high on prescription meds, just opens a Pabst. One of his fingers is a woman's finger. I don't know how that happened. Oh boy. And then, they go on the bowling date and Dale inadvertently tells that other hillbilly to go steal that girl.
So you got to seize it. You got to take it when it's there. And yeah, you see him in the background kidnapping that chick.
Oh, yeah. This thing is a work of art. I love this movie. Whew, my face hurts. That was fun. You can always tell it's an awesome movie when we go through literally the whole fucking thing with no notes.
Yeah, or else I didn't even look back at mine. I mean, it's just like, God, no, this movie's just too good. I've seen it too many times.
I have 3 Filmgasm facts. Number 1, there's a special feature on the DVD that plays the movie from the college kid's perspective, in which Tucker and Dale really are the villains.
Oh my God, I want to watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my Blu-ray and see if it's on there because I would love to see that. Oh, you imagine The movie where Chad is the hero.
Oh my god. You went crazy for a good cause.
Number 2, Alan Tudyk came up with the idea to pour beer on his face to treat the bee stings.
That is great because that is so funny.
It's one of the best little moments to dousing his face in beer. And then also number 3, Tyler Levine ad-libbed the line, "They hate my face." That was him. Oh boy, I give this film a straight up 10. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it's a masterpiece. I laugh harder every time I watch it.
Yeah. Right now it sits at a 9, but it's damn near close to a 10. Simply put, like I said, this movie fucks. It is so goddamn funny, so smart in what they're doing with it, and I love everyone involved. Like I said, Alan Tudyk and Tyler Levine are great in this movie. I made this comment, I would love whether it's a sequel or just another movie project just to have those two together in some kind of comedy because they were so great together. And yeah, I know if, like, let's say you're not exactly a gore hound, because this does have some great gore, I'd still recommend this movie to you because it has so much good humor that you're just going to be laughing the whole time anyway.
Yeah, straight up. I know today's episode wasn't particularly insightful. It was pretty much just us quoting the movie and laughing the whole time. But we hope you had a good time. We hope this inspires you to go find this movie and watch it yourself. Or if you love it already, watch it again. Thanks for listening anyway, guys. If you enjoy our shows, feel free to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Filmgasm Productions. If you want to suggest films for us to check out, you can email us at filmgasm@gmail.com, or, of course, send us a message through the socials. If you want to support the show via Anchor, you can click on Support This Podcast on your preferred podcast provider. Any green is appreciated. We love you guys. Next week is very special. It's co-host Josh Allred's first time in the big chair. Josh will be leading next week's episode as we tackle the 1986 cult classic Trick or Treat in honor of upcoming Halloween. This is not the 2007 Michael Dougherty Trick or Treat, which we already did a couple years ago. This is the 1986 completely different movie, Trick or Treat. There's a lot of movies named Trick or Treat. It's a Halloween thing. A bullied
Very
teenage
common.
boy. What is it?
It's a very common name.
Yeah, I think that's weird. Is there some legal thing? Like,
Well,
I know, like, I can't make a movie called like Friday the 13th.
Well,
but yeah,
they spell it different. So Trick or Treat, the one, the 2009, there we go. Yeah, 2009 movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was the apostrophe and then R. This movie actually spells out or.
Okay, so that's what keeps it out of court.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take it. Sure, why not? A bullied teenage boy is devastated after his heavy metal icon Sammy Kerr dies, but now the boy is the only one who can stop Sammy from returning to life through the combined might of hellfire and heavy metal. That's what I got from IMDb. I have not yet watched this, so if that's way off, I apologize. So don't miss Josh's big break next week with Trick or Treat. It looks knuckin' futz. I'm looking forward to it. Also, don't miss the Grand Budapest Hotel on Oscar Sunday and either The French Dispatch or Dune on Monday's sneak preview. Until then, try not to profile people, and remember that communication is always important. And also be sure to keep watching movies.